So it was time to wash my hair, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. Didn't want to flat iron, and I didn't want to wear any of my other styles that I usually wear. So watching all these YouTube videos, I was watching a lot of Bantu knots, and I really like the results people were getting, even though I've tried Bantu knots in the past and I didn't like the way it came out on my hair. But I switched it up and did something a little bit different this time. I blow dried my hair first, and then I did the Bantu knots, and this is the result. I really like the way this came out. I tried not to separate the pieces too much because I didn't want it to get too frizzy or too fluffy. I know it's going to fall a little bit more and it's going to get a little bit more fluffy, and plus I'm not really going anywhere today. But this is the result. I love the way it came out, so keep watching and I'll show you exactly how I got this look. Okay, so after I washed and conditioned my hair, I put it in these two separate banded ponytails to allow it to air dry a little bit, and also to stretch it out a little. I really don't like to blow dry my hair when my hair is soaking wet, so I prefer to let it air dry, plus I had somewhere to go. So I just put it in these two banded ponytails and let it air dry for several hours, and I just put a hat on top. So now I'm just going to take these down so I can start to blow dry my hair. So now I'm ready to blow dry, and I'm going to be using my grapeseed oil on my hair as a heat protectant since I'm about to start blow drying my hair. I'm just going to take small sections after I apply the grapeseed oil and run my wide tooth comb through each section before I start to blow dry. So now I'm finishing up blow drying my hair, and it has enough oil in it. It's not overly saturated, but it has plenty of moisture. And I went ahead and just put it in a big thick braid because I'm not able to start twisting my hair right now because I had to go check on the kids, so I didn't want it to get too poofy or frizzy. But this is a later time. Now I'm coming back and I'm going to untie the braid and start to twist each section of my hair. I'm going to be using this Motion Sculpt and Twist molding cream. This is my first time ever using this. I would have preferred to use the curly meringue, but I don't have any. And the consistency of this is kind of similar to the curly meringue. It's really thick and sticky. So I figured this would be something good to try. I've never used this on my hair before, but this is the closest thing that I had that I thought would work on this style. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the section, comb it through, and I'm putting olive oil Eco Styler gel around my edges to just lay my edges down a little bit. And I'm twisting each section first before I start the Bantu knots. So I'm finished with this 2-strand twist, and I'm going to start my Bantu knot, and I started it going in the opposite direction from the direction that I twisted my hair in the 2-strand twist. I'm not exactly sure why I did this way. I don't really have my technique down or anything. Also, I did not use any rubber bands or bands. I did in the back a couple of sections, but then once I got the hang of it, I just made sure I tucked the ends under really good, and they pretty much stayed. Well, they did stay the whole night. None of them came loose. I'm on the last section now, and you can see where my hair has started to grow back in my colic areas, where my hair had completely thinned out, was almost completely bare, where my hair was shedding and had fallen out from when I had my baby 7 months ago. So just added a little bit of gel right there to slick down my edges, and I'm going to twist this last section. Now the last thing I did was add more Eco Styler olive oil gel to my edges and smooth my edges down with a brush. Now I'm finished with all the Bantu knots. I think in total I had 12, maybe 13. I think it was 12. Next time I do this style, I'm going to use about half that and see what kind of results I get. So it's time for bed now, and I'm going to just apply my satin bonnet to sleep in. Now it's the next morning and it's time for me to take each section apart. Thing I like about this style is that I don't have to worry about it being dry and worry about how much time it takes for my hair to dry, because my hair was already dry when I started the Bantu knot. So that's one thing I really like about this style. Just being careful with each section, trying to make sure that I don't pick it apart too much and don't want it to get too poofy or too frizzy, because it's going to do that on its own anyway. As time goes by, it's going to get a little bit bigger. But I really like the results, and I'm so glad I tried this. I definitely will be doing this a lot more. So I'm just trying to play with it a little bit more now, and just stretching it out so you guys can see a little bit more of how the curl pattern turned out. So that's it for this video. I try not to make my videos too long. Thanks for watching. I know my lighting and my camera angle sucks. I'm working on that, so that will get better. Any comments or questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Just leave them below, and thank you guys so much.
What did she say? What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. I was so wrong for so long.